You've felt it, haven't you? The shift. Something in the air between you two. It's different now. And yet, no words, no confessions. Just silence that speaks louder than any declaration. The angels lean close tonight, and their whisper brushes the edge of your soul. He watches you like the moon watches the tide, drawn in but afraid to touch. This isn't just a connection. It's an ancient calling. You weren't placed in his path by coincidence, dear soul. You were sent. A lighthouse in a storm he's tried so long to survive alone. God didn't send you to be another weight on his heart. He sent you to awaken the part of him that has been asleep for lifetimes, the part that still believes love can be safe. You carry light in your chest that blinds him and heals him at once. He never expected you. And that's why he's hiding. The fear isn't of you, it's of what your presence awakens in him, a need to be real, to be vulnerable, to be seen. The angels say, he's praying for courage in silence. His soul is already kneeling at your feet. You see, his heart remembers something his mind cannot explain. He's known you before. In dreams. In other lives. In that dimension where truth doesn't need words. He doesn't yet know how to hold you. But heaven already has. And when he looks at you, it's not just attraction. It's recognition. Like the stars recognizing the night. Hold that truth. Let it breathe inside you. Let it remind you, you are not here to chase. You are here to be. The divine doesn't beg. It shines. For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do the good things he planned for us long ago. Ephesians 2 verse 10. He doesn't push you away because you aren't enough. He pulls back because you are too much, for the smallness he once accepted as love. The angels have shown me the landscape of his heart. A terrain shaped by loss, silence, and abandonment. Places where love tried to take root before, and withered away from neglect. So now, when your light touches him, it doesn't feel like comfort. It feels like a storm, threatening to uproot everything he built to protect himself. He was taught that love means loss. That closeness means betrayal. That vulnerability is weakness. So he armored himself in indifference, distraction, and logic. And then, you arrived. Soft. Present. Real. And the armor cracked. You didn't do anything wrong. You simply showed up as yourself. And that was enough to terrify him. The angels say, he tries to silence his longing for you. But every silence is soaked in your name. What you're feeling is not rejection. It's resistance. Not to you, but to the unraveling of who he's had to be in order to survive. Your love is not a question he's ready to answer. Not yet. Because to answer you, he'd have to leave behind the safe prison he calls home. And still, something inside him aches for you. He may not call. He may not text. But he carries you. In the sigh he hides. In the breath he holds. In the moments between pretending he's fine. This is not your burden to fix. You are not here to rescue him. Only to remind him, there is more. And that more can be holy, not harmful. The angels are working on his heart. Softening what fear has made hard. Showing him that what he ran from is also what could finally bring him peace. You can love him and still choose yourself. That's not abandonment. That's sacred balance. The angels say, don't set yourself on fire to keep someone warm who hasn't yet asked for light. He's in a storm of his own making, and though your instinct may be to rush in and rescue him, you must remember, your soul was never meant to drown for someone else's healing. Your love is not meant to be poured out until you're empty. It's meant to be shared from the overflow of a heart that is whole. So today, the angels ask you gently, when was the last time you turned your tenderness inward? When did you last sit with your own pain and tend to it like a sacred garden? He may need time. He may need space. But so do you. Time to rest in your own beauty. Space to remember that you are the miracle, not the proof he needs to believe in love. There is nothing romantic about forgetting yourself. There is nothing sacred in making someone else your altar. You are not a test of his readiness. You are a woman of light, and your peace matters too. Let yourself be the beloved in your own story. Let the angels minister to your soul as they minister to his. Let your heart be filled not just with longing, but with presence, with self-devotion, with calm. Because one day, he may come to you changed, open, ready, whole. And when he does, may he find you not depleted, not dimmed, but radiant, rooted, resplendent. The angels are wrapping you now in wings of rest. They say, you cannot carry another's transformation, but you can carry your own light through the dark. Rest, dear soul. You are not waiting. You are blooming. There's a reason he flinches when you love him softly. You are a mirror, and he's not ready to see what you reflect. The angels whisper, she is not your threat. She is your truth. In your eyes, he sees everything he tried to bury. Not because you pointed out, but because you love without pretending. And that kind of light? It exposes everything hidden. Your calm confronts his chaos. Your certainty unsettles his indecision. Your open heart cracks his careful walls. And he's terrified. Not of you, but of seeing the parts of himself he's kept hidden, even from his own soul. He wants to touch you, but it burns. He wants to be near, but it reveals. So he runs. Back into the comfort of confusion. Back into the numbness of denial. The angels say, you reflect the man he's afraid to become, but secretly longs to be. He's not used to being seen without judgment, to be known without demand. So instead of receiving the love you offer, he questions it, tests it, tries to disprove it. But no matter how far he goes, your essence lingers. In his dreams. In a phrase that echoes after a conversation ends. In the way the silence no longer feels safe without your voice in it. This is the divine tension. Your presence awakens the part of him that wants to grow, even as it threatens the part of him that clings to who he was. And still, do not dim. Do not make yourself smaller so he feels less exposed. Your role is not to stay hidden. It is to shine. To call him forward by simply being whole. The angels are reminding him, she is not here to fix you. She is here to remind you, you were never broken. It's subtle, almost imperceptible. But something in him is shifting. The angels show me a soul slowly stirring from sleep, not with clarity, but with confusion. Not with a plan, but with a pull. He doesn't understand it. Why your name won't leave his spirit. Why your energy wraps around his thoughts like morning light that refuses to be shut out. And yet, he feels it. In the spaces where he used to feel numb. In the moments when your absence feels louder than presence ever did. The angels say, he's waking up, and the first word his soul remembers is you. This isn't the dramatic kind of awakening. It's not fireworks. It's whispers in the dark. It's sitting alone, staring at nothing, and suddenly missing everything. He's starting to look at his life differently. Not because you asked, but because your love is a seed, and it's starting to grow through the cracks. A thought here, a memory there, a deep, aching curiosity about what it would feel like to be known the way you know him. And it scares him, because it's real. Because for the first time, the story he told himself, about how love always fades, about how people always leave, doesn't hold against the warmth you left behind. Your love didn't just touch his heart. It challenged his narrative. It introduced the possibility that maybe, just maybe, he's not beyond healing. And now, everything else feels too small. The angels are singing low, soft songs over his soul. Songs of remembrance, of hope, of what could be, if he chose to let love lead. Let him wake in his time. You've already done what only light can do. You've made it impossible to stay asleep. You feel it every time he draws near, only to drift away again. The closeness, the warmth, then the sudden chill. Like a tide that promises to stay but always pulls back. The angels say, he runs not because he doesn't care, but because he cares more than he knows how to hold. This is the loop. The sacred ache of the almost. Where intimacy touches his wounds, and he recoils, not because you did something wrong, but because healing feels like danger when you've been hurt too long. He comes close because your energy feels like home. He pulls back because that safety is unfamiliar. He wants you, but not the surrender that love demands. He needs you, but not the mirror you hold. And so, the cycle begins again. Messages sent, then silence. Moments of vulnerability, then retreat. Eyes that speak, then lips that deny. You may question your worth. Wonder if you imagined the connection. But the angels urge you to trust what you know. He does feel it. But feeling doesn't always equal readiness. The pattern isn't a sign of absence. It's evidence of internal war. His soul reaches. His fear retreats. And in between, you wait. Not passively, but with purpose. With grace. This is not about playing games. This is about transformation. The kind that takes time. The kind that reshapes who he thought he had to be. The angels are holding both of you in this rhythm. And they say to you, do not confuse resistance with rejection. He is not pushing you away. He is pushing against the fear of being seen. He may leave again. He may come back. But your peace is not dependent on his return. You are not here to be caught. You are here to be met, fully, freely, and in divine timing. There's a healing that only silence can bring. And your love has been doing the quiet work of resurrection. The angels say, she never asked for anything. Yet her love became the sanctuary he didn't know he needed. It wasn't your words that changed him. It was your presence. The way you listened without fixing. The way you held space without pushing. The way you believed in him, softly, steadily, stubbornly. You didn't come to heal him. But your love became medicine. Not the dramatic kind. Not the kind that demands or saves. But the kind that waits at the threshold of a wounded heart, whispering, I'll be here when you're ready. He may not know how to thank you. He may not even know what you've done. But his soul remembers. And something inside him has begun to thaw. The walls are still there. But there are cracks now, where hope gets in. Where light gets through. He doesn't say it, but he feels it, that since you came into his life, the dark isn't as heavy. The noise isn't as loud. The ache isn't as hopeless. Because you didn't just see his scars. You saw his softness beneath them. And you loved him there. The angels show him waking in the middle of the night, your name blooming quietly inside his chest. No alarm. Just a memory of safety. Of someone who didn't leave. Of someone who simply stayed. That's how love heals. Not all at once. But in echoes. In the sacred rhythm of remembering he is worthy, again and again. You may never know the full extent of what your love has undone in him. But trust this, you are the turning point in a story he didn't know could change. There is a map neither of you can see, drawn by divine hands long before your first glance. The angels say, trust the unfolding. The story is being written in heaven before it manifests on earth. You may be wondering, why now? Why him? Why this waiting? But the answer doesn't lie in clarity. It lies in trust. This isn't just a connection. It's a calling. And heaven doesn't rush what is sacred. He was sent to you. And you to him. Not for completion, but for expansion. To become more than you were before you met. To grow into the ones who could hold this love with reverence. Every delay is protection. Every silence is preparation. Every twist in the road is God saying, I'm still in this. Yes, he pulls away. Yes, you feel the ache. But what if the ache is part of the promise? What if your longing is the language of your soul remembering what it chose before birth? You are not alone in this. Heaven walks with you. And the angels are aligning things, hearts, moments, timing, to ensure this connection arrives not just beautifully, but sustainably. So rest your doubt. Let your questions be held in holy hands. Let yourself breathe, knowing there is a plan, even if you can't see the blueprint yet. And when it feels like nothing is happening, remember, roots grow first in darkness. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. There is a trembling in him that he hides well, but the angels see it. And now, so do you. He wants to love you. But love to him is exposure. And exposure means risk. The angels whisper, he does not fear your love. He fears what it awakens in him. He's built his life around control, around knowing who he is, what he feels, what he can expect. And then you arrived. Not like a storm, but like stillness. And it wrecked him more than chaos ever could. You make him feel safe. Which is exactly why he's afraid. Because if he lets his guard down, what happens if you see the parts he's not proud of? The softness, the doubt, the boy inside the man, still unsure if love ever stays. He wants to say it, how you live in his mind more than he admits. How every part of him leans toward you even when he walks away. But the words get stuck in the throat of a heart that's never learned how to speak freely. He hopes you'll read between the lines. In the way he looks at you just a second too long. In the way he remembers the little things. In the way your silence affects him more than anyone's absence ever did. This isn't rejection. It's a man grappling with the unfamiliar language of his own desire to be understood. He wants to be chosen without having to perform. To be held without having to explain. And you, dear soul, you are the only one who's ever made that feel possible. The angels are with him, whispering that vulnerability is not the opposite of strength, it is its purest form. Fear not, for I have redeemed you, I have called you by name, you are mine. Isaiah 43 verse 1. Some loves aren't meant to be understood. They are meant to be trusted. The angels say, release the need to know where this goes. Let it be sacred, even in its unknown. There comes a moment, quiet and holy, where the soul stops asking why and begins whispering thank you. You've carried this love like a candle in the dark. You never chased it. You simply kept the flame alive. And that was enough. Now, the invitation is this: surrender. Not in defeat, but in reverence. Not to give up, but to let go of trying to shape what was always being guided from above. You are not losing anything. You are allowing it to return to its divine rhythm. He may come. He may not. But the version of you that remained open, that dared to love without guarantees, she is the miracle. Heaven noticed. Heaven honored it. Because love like yours shifts timelines. It heals in silence. It blesses even when unspoken. And it always, always echoes back. The angels remind you, you were never sent here to be chosen by someone. You were sent here to remember you were already chosen by God. So rest now. Let the ache settle into peace. Let the story unfold without gripping the pen. Because the love that is yours, truly yours, will not ask you to shrink, chase, or prove. It will find you. And when it does, it won't feel like fireworks. It will feel like home. The angels leave you with this: He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11.